The cafe is now open. Ah,
Wow, Asphere's
Well, well,
Cafe.
well, well, well. Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Tuesday, September 9, 2025. And yes, we are back with yet another episode of The Cafe. And who is joining us tonight is Geometric Tomato. Hello.
Hola.
Hola. Hola, Gio. Hola, dos. So, how are you, Dream Car? Dreamgar. Oh, Dreamgar. How are you, Dreamgar, by the way?
nothing
Si
much.
Dream.
Nothing much. Okay. Well, you know what that means, guys, as it is another episode of where we do the tech cafe since it's Tuesday. Now, let's get into the latest tech happenings, and Lam will be grabbing one from my server first. And yes, you are going to be seeing my Vivaldi start page first. So here it is. And it looks like Blue Wave is watching is in its close FM stage tonight. Hello, Blue Wave. Good evening. And hope
Is
you're
that Blue
having a
Wave?
good time
I
here.
think it's not Blue Wave. I think it's not Blue Wave.
Oh, oh, it's not. Wait, what? Oh, strawberry
It's
jam. I almost thought it's because of the. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. But
Hello?
yeah, hello,
what
hello,
say
hello,
asawa ni
Mami,
hello,
check yung
strawberry
sa labas
jam.
the yard.
The potential cool jocks. Hello, hello, strawberry jam. The potential cool jock who's about to start the
Ay.
Swift FM. Hopefully by
Huwag mo nang
next week
install,
since
huwag mo
I'm
nang
recovered.
spoil anyways.
All right. Before anything else, Asparagus,
Excuse me.
I just found something in the internet that you remember how the so called uma mo sa may haro urara.
Is
Well,
that Yuma Musume thingy? Is that Yuma Musume thingy?
sadly, we have some news to tell that Haru Urara just passed away just recently due to a colic at the age of 29. Yep, we
Oh
have confirmed.
shit! Oh shit! Can you like send? Can you send the source real quick so we can show it in the stage? Is
send
that
me
is
the
that
source
okay?
What now?
before you it should be a standard that you should send source first before you say the news. So
So, here's an update
Okay.
coming from
Okay.
Reddit. Kung
Okay.
po
There you
mamusunod.
go. Thank you, Dreamcar, for the screenshot. Thank you, Dreamcar, for the
There it is.
screenshot. We're going to we're going to
that's
lovely,
not even a reliable
lovely.
source. We
The
need
Plate
dapat
Life decided to feed
guys
us all.
guys. I will give you guys a tip. I will give you guys a tip.
Go ahead,
Always
GR.
cite your source. Always cite your source. Reddit. Okay, let's get to
That's
Reddit.
true, Gio. That's true. That's
Always
true.
cite your
And yeah,
source,
they
and
actually have.
if ever man, don't go there. Don't take a screenshot. I think it's important. I think it's better to just go to the direct citation and then boom. That's how you do sources. Okay, it's from
Yeah, the direct
news.yahoo
citation
slash
is yeah from Yahoo
Yahoo
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, direct citation.
All
Yeah,
right,
direct
Yahoo
citation
Japan.
is yeah.
Oh
This
my
is
God, I'm back in 2014.
or 2000s rather, or 2000s rather. Okay, so before actually, so yeah, thank you Dreamcar for informing me about this. This is not what we expected tonight, as we will be starting a cafe. But here it is. This is obviously Japanese, but this is from Yahoo Japan. Let me translate this so you guys can read this. There you go. All right, so goodbye, Hurara. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, they have. It seems like they have passed away. Uh, which again, if I remember, someone has managed to translate it right. They passed away at the age of 29. That is due to colic. So, yeah. And basically, right here, she called the vet. She called the vet um, to see what's going on with that. And, well, it was all sudden. It was all sudden that he passed away. Like, he suddenly, um, I don't know how to say this, but his condition was already worsened, or I should say, quickly. And yikes. And yeah, that is very sad to hear that. And surprisingly, the email senders don't take this regarding the software translation, but for the translation here, but yeah, it came from the US, the Philippines, and recently from Poland. So yeah, I don't know, man. This famous horse right there has what what can we say, right? Wow, and this is sad. So, Dream Car, what do you think?
Just recently watched some YouTube shorts about Haru Urara, but there's no news about that as of now. But well, that's too sad that the famous, of course, famous Haru Urara is just passed away. That's a big oof. Last time was Grass Wonder, and now we have a Haru Urara.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
This is something that I was not expecting at all. All right. So yeah, again, thank you, Dream Car, for
they be
letting me
taking
know about
everything but
this.
Trump.
Unrelated. Okay. Okay. So back to what I was saying. So again, thank you, Dream Car. Once again, thank you, Dream Car, for letting me know about that. Because I wouldn't know by now if we couldn't tell how it's been going on lately. Okay. So what else can we talk now? Okay, so actually, you know what? Let's move to starting with the tech news later. But for now, let's talk. Have some interview with Strawberry Jam, who is soon to be the cool who where he is soon to be Cool Jocks officially, and hopefully, if I'm not sick again by this weekend, I will be doing the taping for his new show, which is with FM. So good evening, Strawberry Jam.
Thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome, man. So, again, what can you expect with the upcoming show of Swift FM that will be aired this month?
Basically, it's basically all things all related to Taylor Swift and not because
Mm-hmm. All right.
because I need the money for
So
to buy her
if
CD.
mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you, will it be available to do live on every Monday, or are you only limited to like taping on weekends?
I'm only available on weekends, sadly. I have a tight schedule on
So
weekdays.
so that means we will be doing a taping, or just say the pre-taping before the episode goes live on Monday, next Monday, hopefully,
Yeah.
or next Monday, it depends. So yeah, and I think we are running out of time because we need to take a commercial break. But what do you have anything to say to our Cool FM listeners and viewers who are tuning into right now?
I'll better pre-save Taylor Swift's 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. It comes out October 3rd. And I would like also to say if Taylor is a cool FM listener, I would like to congratulate you with Travis for your engagement. So yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Strawberry Jam. And I
Thank you
know
so
it
much.
has been a rough. I know. I want to say no. I know it has been a rough time for you that you wanted to start a show like long time ago, but it didn't push through due to personal reasons, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. With that, thank you so much, Strawberry Jack, and I hope you have a fantastic night. And yeah, see ya. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Strawberry Jam. It is now 6:41 p.m. as we will be returning with more coffee sessions right here on Asphere's Cafe. Stay along with us. We will be back, or we will be right back.
It's South 641, sponsors Del Sound, Asper's Aircon, Dreamcast Pizza, Kapinoy Coffee, Sheraton Sin Plus, and Melody Mart. It is South 641.
This program was brought to you by Dell Sound, dedicated in providing the best karaoke players in the Philippines and catering to the Filipinos' love for music. Dell Sound, sing with confidence. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you. Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation. Shenatron Synplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. Celebrating 10 years together since 2015. And Melody Mart. Your everyday vibe for convenience.
Trust. It's a bond that is nurtured for years, from generation to generation. At Asphere, our greatest accomplishment is earning the trust of millions of satisfied users in the Philippines alone, making life cool and comfortable for over 100 years now.
Street shop, make it look easy.
Asphere, the air conditioning expert.
Make it look
Tried,
easy.
tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
One time, there's a confrontation about sushi and pizza, but then there was a solution.
Bro, I said let's get sushi.
No way. Pizza beats raw fish every time.
Why not both? Gooey cheese, spicy mayo, seaweed, salmon. Introducing Sushi Baked Pizza.
Whoa.
Creamy, savory, sushi-inspired toppings baked on a perfect crust. Sushi Baked Pizza. 9-inch at 250, 11-inch at 450. Only at Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way.
You paid this time.
No way. You wanted sushi.
Call 141-9191 for deliveries.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
I've been enjoying karaoke since when I was a kid. I was really amazed that XTSP is really evolving since the very beginning. And now, here I am today, endorsing the future of karaoke. Prisma SD, sleek and modern system. High quality multimedia console, over 45,000 songs to choose from. It has everything. You can have your TV and convert it into a smart TV. Additionally, you can connect it to a keypad as well. It really functions like an Android with its Android-based system. Prisma SD is my go-to preference than any other brands elsewhere.
We reimagine karaoke with Sheraton Sin Plus for 10 years. Together since 2015.
Shenatron Synplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. celebrating 10 years together since 2015.
New. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Subukan niyo na ang Melody Mart Onigiris. Maraming fillings na pwedeng pagpilian. May classics, locals, at premium fillings na suwag magpapasaya ng sanyo.
Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart. Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Biking, meron rin tayong Overload Onigiris na mas pinalaki, mas maraming fillings.
Price starts at 55 pesos. Bumili na ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Melody Mart Onigiris. Price starts at 55 pesos. Available in Melody Mart outlets nationwide.
Melody Mart, your everyday vibe for convenience.
Tumigas ba ang junjun mo? PA Condoms, di agad makakalabas sa puting ahas pag naka-PA Condoms ka. Tara, lagyan mo niyan si Junjun ng kapote pa di lalaki ang tiyan ng partner mo. Mabibili ninyo ang kapote pa kay Junjun sa Jor A Supermarket at sa mga suki ninyong tindahan at mall malapit sa inyong lugar. Nako, 20 pesos lang yan. Pili na!
PA Condoms, hindi makakalabas ang puting ahas. PA Condoms, mabibili sa Jor A Supermarket at sa mga suking tindahan at mall malapit sa inyong lugar.
Ngayong tag-ulan, siguraduhin mong protektado ang iyong tahanan mula sa tagas. Gamitin ang Minto Typhoon Resistant Sealant. Subok sa tibay, siguradong kapit kahit sa pinakamalalakas na ulan. Para sa bubong, bintana, pader at kahit saan man may tagas, Minto ang sagot. Minto Sealants, tunay na tatagal mula sa Truto.
There's a name that stays in mind.
Oh, what's this?
Can you feel it racing with the time? Legendary fit, the legendary style. Rowas jeans, as time moves on, the nation shines on. Rowas jeans, a legend on its own.
Roab's Jeans, a legend on its own. Now available in all leading department stores nationwide.
C-H-E-R-R-Y. Good ingredients are hard to find.
Whoa. I'm gonna have to stop you there, Aya. Because good ingredients are now easy to find. With a Sunrise Beam online app, you can order from your nearest Sunrise Mall with more than 50 plus stores available and get it delivered right in front of your doorstep. Order your goods from Joy A Supermarket, Joy A Department Store, Melody Mart, PVC Drug, and more. Download the Sunrise Beam online app now and take advantage of convenience.
Pag maling sabon ng binili, may consequence, then harmful germs. So choose the new Safeguard with complete 10 germ protection. Targets and removes 10 harmful germs. Ngayon, mas pinalaki at mas pinasulit. 18% more, same price pa rin. From 55, now 65 grams. Use Safeguard para iwas consequence.
Better safeguard than sorry. The best mix of music. The best mix of music. Cool FM.
Welcome back to Asphere's Cafe. It is now 6:49 p.m. and now it is time for the Tech Cafe. Let's go. Okay, let's continue where we are into. And yes, I have already prepared the headlines for this one. And looks like we have the how do I say this? It looks like we have answer now as to why it was causing an SSD issues. And apparently it was using early versions of firmware that is okay. Great. There's already chaos going on in my group chat of Asper's Cafe. Okay, back to the topic. So let's get into that right now. Reports have been circulating for the past few weeks that recent Windows 11 updates KB5063878 and KB5062660 were causing some SSDs using FreeSun controllers to fail. While plenty of YouTube and TikTok videos have blamed Microsoft for the issues, Phil Sun has identified early versions of firmware and BIOS as the problem instead. Now, this is why, ladies and gents, we should not jump into conclusion, okay? We should not be jumping too much into conclusion. This is what they meant, huh? The manufacturer or whoever makes the drivers, Phison, knew that the early versions of firmware weren't optimized for Windows 11 or Windows 11 update rather. So, Michael Wu, GM and president of Philson US, said in a statement to The Verge, quote, many of the reports originate from media testing conducted on hardware running early versions of firmware and BIOS. End quote. Quote, these versions are performance preview drives and are not identical to those provided to end users through official distribution channels. We have observed that outdated firmware is still being used on some SSDs, and we encourage any reviewers facing this to leverage updated channel firmware readily available through manufacturer-provided update utilities, end quote. YouTuber Jay's 2 cents claimed last week that the quote Windows update and SSD problem is way worse than we thought, end quote. And about that, yes, I have actually seen his video, and I am not too surprised. So Jay's 2 cents showed a crucial T500 drive with a Philson E25 controller failing after Microsoft's latest Windows 11 security updates and needing a power cycle to come back to life. It's not clear whether Jay's 2 cents was using pre-release SSD firmware or even an early motherboard BIOS. Philson was able to replicate issues reported by the PC DIY community though, and found that these were down to engineering preview firmware. Quote, Philson examined the exact SSDs used in the PC DIY testing and determined PC DIY was utilizing an engineering preview firmware, which is not the final firmware used in the Corsair 4 Series MP600 SSD 2TB and other drives with the E16 control available for sale to consumers on the market, end quote. That's what Wolf explained. Phil Sun also performed the same test on consumer SSDs and found no failures. From blaming Microsoft for the SSD issues. That's hardly surprising, of course. So that's the report of the SSD issues, which we now know the answer from coming from the driver manufacturer directly, Philson. It was the pre-production firmware that was causing the issue, not Microsoft. Alright, so Dreamcar and everyone, what do you think?
Nothing much more to say about there are a lot of bugs. When it comes to Microsoft, it's a lot of bugs.
Yeah, this is why you should not be blaming Microsoft. If we don't exactly know, how do I say this? If we don't exactly know what people are looking for, don't jump into conclusion, okay? Hold on. Okay. I have already covered this in the first cup of Asphere's Cafe, and yes, it is true. This has been just been posted by the Yuma Musumem El Dream
Official.
Turbines official Facebook page. It's been confirmed already, and we have already covered that via Yahoo Japan article, and now it's true. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, before we continue with the tech coffee, well, let's read the statement from the official Yuma
Alright, I'm gonna
Muslim.
read that.
Read it. So let's read it.
Alright.
Dream card, go.
It is, according here from Umamusume PD Derby from their official page from Facebook, it is with heavy hearts that we share that Haru Urara passed away on September 9. The legendary racehorse legacy serves as the inspiration for the character of the same name in Umamusume PD Derby. We share our condolences to all the staff involved in Haru Urara's care. That's coming from Umamusume PD Derby.
Yeah, it really sucks. It really sucks, guys. It really sucks. Now I wanna hear Hoshi's grieving words right now. Hoshi, do you mind coming in for a bit? I know it's not Wednesday yet. Not now. Alright. Alright then. Alright. He said he wants to do it tomorrow. Fair enough. But yeah, that is the official statement from Yuma Musume regarding the Haruyurara. That it's a very sudden passing, guys. Alright, let's move on to the next one, and that is the AMD's AI-powered FSR4 upscaling, which is now available for most FSR 3.1 games. So, again coming from The Verge, AMD's FSR4 AI upscaling and frame generation technology can now be enabled for most games that support FSR 3.1 with DirectX 12. The company says in the patch notes for its newest 25.9.1 driver. So this support has been a big promise from AMD, but it's taken a while to come to fruition. FSR4 will first launch alongside the company's RX 9000 series graphics cards back in March of this year. AMD touts FSR4, its competitor to NVIDIA's DLSS4, as a significant leap forward over FSR3. Quote, by utilizing machine learning FSR4 can intelligently predict and compensate for lost pixels during low resolution rendering, thereby providing gamers with high performance and crisp high definition visuals that are just as good as native. End quote, AMD says. The new driver brings official FSR4 support to cover more than 85 titles. But for FSR 3.1 games, you can force FSR4 by flipping a toggle in the AMD software Adrenaline Edition app. Quote, this last step allows the driver to override the FSR 3.1 game implementation with the latest version of FSR4, end quote, according to AMD. So, FSR4 support has slowly been tackling out to games since its release, including being added to titles like Cyberpunk 2077, Ghost of Tsushima, and F1 25. So that is the FSR4 upscaling coming to most FSR 3.1 games. So yeah, that is if you have that is if you have AMD graphics card, the latest one rather. All right, so what do you think, Dream Car? Okay, so I don't hear
No
anything
comment.
from him. Dream Car? No comment. All right. All right, let's head over to the next one, and this is another Windows 11 news. Ladies and gents, Copilot on Windows 11 has a new home UI, and it feels like a start menu for AI. Okay, this is coming from Windows latest. And yes, as we just read the headline title, it is rolling out a new home tab which replaces the traditional chat first interface that we typically have on AI assistants like ChatGPT. Instead, Copilot's new home UI is giving the start menu like vibes because it does what the start menu is all about, like finding home to finding apps or files. Well, in the case of Copilot, the home tab gives access to all AI features, which is exactly you will see right here. So if this is how the Copilot home page looks like, and you have the option to jump back into your files or let's say recent files, guided help, and you can continue having conversations with the chatbot and so much more there. So this is how it looks like. And what I just noticed is that it has now let's see toggle between the home tab and the old UI that's more focused on conversations, which is pretty interesting. So here are the screenshots you see here, right here. Yeah, if we head over to the next one, this is what it looks like. And yeah, so that's how it works. And also, Copilot now has access to all your files in Windows. But there's a catch. You will need to enable it first in settings. So in Windows latest tests, they noticed that the jump back into your files card on Copilot pulls recently accessed files from File Access Quick Access tab. Well, that's pretty interesting. Copilot only shows the list, but you can click on the three dot menu next to the file name to access three options, including open, attach to prompt, and summarize. And this is how what they do when they selected open. It opened MS Word because it's a default app for the docx file format. So pretty cool stuff here. And what else do we have here? And then you have work on Copilot pages, which is similar to ChatGPT's Canvas feature. How does it work? Well, it allows you to edit documents or code. Pretty cool. You also notice a get guided help with your apps card on the home page. Well, it shows recently used apps, like for example, in their case, it was Power BI, File Explorer, or WhatsApp. And when you click, and now when he clicks any tile, it starts a vicious section that can see your screen, hear your voice, and help you learn how to use the selected app. I wonder how will that work. I will be trying that out if I can, but for now I will do it off show. So yeah, this is pretty interesting for how the new Copilot UI looks like because instead of your traditional chatbot UI, you will now have a home UI when you open the Copilot app. So yeah, pretty interesting. What do you think, Jimcar?
I was gonna say that it's a little bit advanced for that one, but interesting that for the whole start menu, but it's like this one like access what do you call this? Start menu with on steroids.
Real. All right, let's head over to the next one, and we are going into a little techy gaming thingy. Well. Nintendo Switch modder has been ordered to pay 2 million US dollar. Sorry, to pay 2 million US dollars in piracy lawsuit, and the hacker is Ryan Daly. So this is coming from The Verge once again. Nintendo has notched another victory in its crusade against piracy. Last week, a Washington District Court judge ordered Ryan Daly to pay Nintendo 2 million US dollars and stop selling modded Switch consoles online, as reported earlier by Engadget. In the copyright lawsuit filed last year, Nintendo accused Dowley of operating the website modded hardware, which sold modded Switch consoles, mod chips used to hack into Switch devices, and make flash cartridges that allow people to play pirated copies of games. Nintendo allowed Dali to cause the company significant and irreparable harm, and the judge agreed. Quote, the MIG devices, mod chips, hack consoles, and circumvention services allow members of the public to create, distribute, and play pirated Nintendo games on a massive scale, end quote, the ruling states. Dali denied any wrongdoing. Well, honestly, it is common. I agree with what the author's writing here. It is already becoming more and more and more and more and more common. And Nintendo ninjas are everywhere. And if you are planning to like pirate games, well, this is my only advice to you right now to share this. Um, just make sure you have your legal copy. Just make sure you dump your legal copies and if you want to like play it anytime, well, get a secondhand switch and don't go online. Simple, but that's my simple advice for that. All right, do you have anything for that, Dream Car?
Well, comes to the lawsuit, it's an off for this one. But well, as long as Nintendo is watching you,
Or Nintendo Ninjas, Dream Car? Nintendo Ninjas.
right, right.
Well, speaking of the Nintendo Switch mother, well, speaking of a mother being ordered to pay, what else do we have? Genki will also have to pay Nintendo for the damages too. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yup. Remember not too long ago when Genki showed off the 3D print of the Nintendo Switch 2 back in CES of this year? Well, yup, the Genki has to pay Nintendo damages. And we're gonna get into that now. Nintendo has settled the lawsuit it filed against accessory maker Genki over the Switch 2 mock-up and showcase at CES before the console was officially revealed and accessories it promoted using the Switch 2 name. Genki's parent company, Human Things, will pay Nintendo an undisclosed amount of money in damages to close the case, according to a legal filing submitted on Monday, and has agreed to stop giving its blood what sorry, why did I read the notification? To stop giving its products names that are confusingly similar to official Nintendo intellectual property. So, it did not, again, as we just read, they did not disclose the amount of money of how much Genki has to pay. Again, we know now that that Genki will have to pay Nintendo over the damages that they cost for just print of the Nintendo Switch 2. So, if you if you are like fumbled or confused why, well, let me recap for you first. So the dispute began in January after Genki showed off an accurate 3D printed Switch 2 mockup at CES, even including the console's logo days before it was officially launched by Nintendo. The company also began to promote its range of Switch 2 accessories before the console was announced. And Nintendo later filed a complaint against the accessory maker in May over alleged trademark infringement, unfair competition, and false advertising. Nintendo said it didn't provide Genki with technical Switch 2 specifications and alleged that Genki either unlawfully or illicitly obtained an authentic Nintendo Switch 2 prior to the console's public release, or, quote, cannot claim compatibility with enough certainty to make its advertising claims in good faith, end quote. So there you go. So that's the summary of why and how it led to the lawsuit in the first place, and now Genki will pay Nintendo for their damages. So Dreamcar, what can you say?
Nothing more to one, but well,
Okay, nothing much. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Dreamcar. Okay, it is now 7:11 p.m. as we will be returning with more coffee sessions right here on Asphere's Coffee. But yeah, we will be getting into the smartphone news that is coming up next. So stay along with us. We will be right back.
this portion of Aspir's Cafe is brought to you by Del Sound, Aspir's Aircon, Dreamcars Pizza, Kapinoy Coffee, Melody Mart, and Sheraton Scene Plus. As Aspir's Cafe will return after these words. Another 7-Eleven for you guys.
This program was brought to you by Dell Sound, dedicated in providing the best karaoke players in the Philippines and catering to the Filipinos' love for music. Dell Sound, sing with confidence. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza, we make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you. Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation. Shenatron Synplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. Celebrating 10 years together since 2015. And Melody Mart. Your everyday vibe for convenience.
Cool FM #1 sa Mega Manila.
Trust. It's a bond that is nurtured for years, from generation to generation. At Asphere, our greatest accomplishment is earning the trust of millions of satisfied users in the Philippines alone, making life cool and comfortable for over 100 years now.
Street side make it look easy.
Asphere, the air conditioning expert. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
One time, there's a confrontation about sushi and pizza, but then there was a solution.
Bro, I said let's get sushi.
No way. Pizza beats raw fish every time.
Why not both? Gooey cheese, spicy mayo, seaweed, salmon. Introducing Sushi Baked Pizza.
Whoa.
Creamy, savory, sushi-inspired toppings baked on a perfect crust. Sushi Baked Pizza. 9-inch at 250, 11-inch at 450. Only at Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way.
You paid this time.
No way. You wanted sushi.
Call 141-9191 for deliveries.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
And now, here's Gab Ansaldo to share some big news for you. Take it away, Gab.
Prisma SD, sleek and modern system. High-quality multimedia console. Over 45,000 songs to choose from. It has everything. You can have your TV and convert it into a smart TV. Additionally, you can connect it to a keypad as well. Prisma SD is my go-to preference than any other brands elsewhere.
In karaoke for 10 years, together since 2015.
have been enjoying karaoke since when I was a kid. I was really amazed that XTSP is really evolving since the very beginning. And now, here I am today, endorsing the future of karaoke. Prisma SD, sleek and modern system. High quality multimedia console, over 45,000 songs to choose from. It has everything. You can have your TV and convert it into a smart TV. Additionally, you can connect it to a keypad as well. It really functions like an Android with its Android-based system. Prisma SD is my go-to preference than any other brands elsewhere.
We reimagine karaoke with Sheraton Sync Plus for 10 years. Together since 2015.
Shenatron Sin Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. Celebrating 10 years. Together since 2015.
New, ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Subukan niyo na ang Melody Mart Onigiris. Maraming fillings na pwedeng pagpilian. May classics, locals, at premium fillings na suwag magpapasaya ng sanyo.
Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart. Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Biking, meron na tayong Overload Onigiris na mas pinalaki, mas maraming fillings.
Price starts at 55 pesos. Bumili ka ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Melody Mart Onigiris. Price starts at 55 pesos. Available in Melody Mart outlets nationwide.
Melody Mart. Your everyday vibe for convenience.
Dito na tayo sa Joray, kung saan lahat ay okay. Sa Joray, lahat ito ay super mura, lahat pang mapaganda dito sa Joray. Napatunayan na ng bayan, wala nang ang iba. Quality shopping ang aming dala. Mapapa-Joray talaga kayo, ang supermarket namin ay Joray.
Jor A Supermarket, ang budget-friendly supermarket ng Pilipinas. Now in 6,900 locations around the Philippines and Southeast Asia.
Nasaan si Tiang?
Dito na po, direct.
Okay, standby. Live sound, take one.
Vita-Keratin. May vitamins na, may keratin pa. For only 670 pesos.
Take two.
Vita-Keratin. May vitamins na, may keratin pa. For only 670 pesos.
Take three.
Vita-Keratin. May vitamins na, may keratin pa. For only 670 pesos. Teka, 670 lang? E di take 50 sachets of Vita-Keratin na.
Vita-Keratin. With regular use, gandang salon lasting hair for only 670 SRP.
Ayun ang anak ko! Yun o! Kitang-kita! Tangkad niya na kasi!
Dali nang hanapin ni Kiddy, no? Para sa height na all of the above, doon ka na sa may Chlorella Growth Factor. May tulong sa proper growth and development ng kids with proper diet and exercise. Cherry fur tangkad sagad. May lysine, taurine, at essential vitamins pa. Laking may pagmamalaki. Cherry fur tangkad sagad.
Mahalagang paalala, ang cherry fur ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kung para sa atin, sipon lang yan. Para sa kanya,
Hindi ako makalaro. Hindi ako makalabas. Hindi ako makaskool.
huwag i-delay ang paggaling. Bigyan agad siya ng Neozep for Kids. May triple ginhawa relief para sa pagbahing, baradong ilong, at lagnat. Para recover agad,
Enjoy din agad!
Alagang Unilab yan. Phenylephrine HCl chlorpheniramine maleate paracetamol is a generic name of Neozep. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
And we are back with Asphere's Cafe. It is now 10 minutes before 7:30 p.m. and now it's time for smartphone news. Yes, let's get into the smartphone news. But first, ahead of Apple's event that is set to take place later today, the new Beats AirPods has been leaked. Yes, you heard that right. It is the Power Beats Fit. Yeah, the Power Beats Fit, which leaked, which includes specifications and color options ahead of the expected launch this fall. And actually, before I continue, Terabi, if you're hearing me right now, start preparing the replay of the Star Show because John Mel is not going to be attending or not going to show up on his cool, oh sorry, on the Cool FM stage tonight. So, Terabi or whoever who is controlling the TOC right now, start preparing the Star Show replay. So back to the topic, and this is coming from The Verge. Apple teased the upcoming Power Beats Fit last month, and now renders and specifications for the sporty wireless earbuds have appeared online that gave us a closer look at what to expect. According to trusted leaker Ivan Balas, the new Beats earbuds will be available in four colorways, which are orange, gray, black, and pink, and provide up to 30 hours of battery life or 7 hours per bud on one charge without popping them back in the charging case. The images of the Power Beats Fit shared by Buzz look similar to the $200 Beats Probe earbuds that Apple launched in 2021, and they have several features in common. Both are powered by Apple's H1 chip, have the same reported battery life, carry an IPX for resistance to water splash and sweat, include a transparency mode noise cancellation. Leaks suggest that the Power Beats Fit provides 4 ear customizable ear tip sizes free. However, the leaks don't provide any information about price, wireless charging support, or case size. Apple is expected to announce some fitness-related upgrades for the AirPods Pro at today's iPhone 17 event, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. So it will be odd for the Cupertino company to launch the Power Beats Fit during the same show. So we will have to wait and see, since we do know that the trailer since the trailer teased that it will be coming this fall, and probably it will be this event, or well, it depends. Who knows? So Dreamcar, what do you think?
I was gonna say that this might be interesting for the beats, of course, but well, nothing much more to say about that.
All right. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the note for the TOC. Okay. All right, I did it. Now let's move on to the next one, and this time we are actually into the smartphone news now. So Sony Xperia 10 6 specs and more renders have been leaked. So this is coming from GSM Arena. Sony released the Xperia 10 6 mid-range last June, so its successor is way overdue at this point. The good news is that we have already heard that the Xperia 10 say it's been leaked in more renders are accompanied by some specs courtesy. So you have these three colors are black or gray, white, and turquoise. I don't know the official color, but I do call it eight gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of expandable storage. On the rear, it has a 50 megapixel main camera and a 30 megapixel, which is most likely an ultra wide, while for selfies, there's an 8 megapixel shooter. And as for the specs itself, the device has a 6.1 inch 1080 2024 OLED screen and 5,000 milliamp battery. The phone measures 150 8 millimeter and weighs 169 grams. And there you go. We now have the official color scheme, and I was right. I was right for this one. I call it first, which I guessed it right. Anyway, the colors will be offered in 3 versions, which are charcoal black, cedar white, and turquoise. It will run Android 15 when it launches. Well, disappointingly, I, I, we all knew that Android 16 is already on its way and could come inch closer to being an official release at any time because Android 16 is really on its way to be rolled out widely. So yeah, so that is Sony Xperia 7 specs and the renders that we just saw. So Dreamcar, what do you think? And what do you think about the colors?
All right, my verdict about this one is the so-called pale squircle pair hybrid for this one for the Sony one. Boy, the pastel color is interesting, especially the blue one.
All right. Okay, we're down to two before we wrap up our tech cafe tonight. So this time we're talking about sensors. Oh wait, it's camera sensor. So back in March, we first heard that Sony was busy working on its first ever 200 megapixel sensor for smartphone cameras, one meant for the main camera and what could actually make its way to Samsung Galaxy S26, S26 Ultra, as per another rumor. And now, the upcoming sensor specs have been detailed in China by prolific leaker Digital Chat Station. Well, this is the question that you're all gonna ask yourself. Will this be the next big thing in smartphone photography? Well, only time will tell. We'll see how that goes. Well, so it's said to bear the model number IMX09E, being positioned above the Lydia LYT-900 in Sony's portfolio. It's a 1 out of 1.12 inch type sensor with 0.7 M native pixel size, built on a 22 nanometer process. It supports hybrid frame HDR, 100 dB plus ultra high dynamic range, greatly improved photo sensitivity, as well as 2 times and 4 times full pixel fusion lossless zoom. It will be featured in the Oppo Find X9 Ultra and may or may not also make its way into the Vivo X300 Ultra according to rumors on Weibo. Unfortunately, Xiaomi said not to adopt this sensor for its 16 Ultra. Maybe they're going with their own sensor? I guess. So, yeah, as they may say, it looks promising on paper. Dreamcar, do you think? Is it promising?
Let's wait and see for this one because it may be expected.
Alright, and finally, it looks like one of the most favorite Android app launcher used by enthusiasts, myself included. I have used Nova Launcher before. Well, they're dead now. They're dead. So, yup, their development is being shut down. Whoops. So, in a new blog post, Kevin Berry explains that he has been asked to stop working on Nova Launcher. This leaves the launcher, which is still available on the Play Store, in limbo and without a clear future. Berry says that along with this end to active development, plans to open source Nova have also ended. Ooh, no. No. How can the high enthusiasts be able to open source this well-beloved launcher, and now that Nova Launcher is permanently shut down, they couldn't do open source code. How can this be possible, huh? So technically, there's nothing saying branch won't hand off Nova off to someone else, but at the very least, the Nova we have come to know is done. So yeah, end of an era, guys, for Nova Launcher. And this is sad since this has been one of my favorite custom Android launchers I have used on one of my previous smartphones back in the day. I have used Nova Launcher back when the stock launchers were plain boring, when it was plain dull at that time, when Samsung's TouchWiz was boring. Yes, I have used Samsung Galaxy A5 2016, and I kind of wanted to go with the launchers at that time. So yeah, I went with Nova Launcher and eventually went to Microsoft Launcher and such. But man, Nova Launcher was one of my memorable Android app launchers I have ever used, and now it's sad to see them go. So Dreamcar, what do you think?
That's a big Nova Launcher is
You right? Bye bye Nova Launcher. It's been nice knowing you.
Yep. All right,
I
it's now
know it's
7:30.
I know right? It sucks. Nova Launcher, poof, done, gone into the ashes. No plans to open source Nova anytime soon. Boo. All right. Any last words before we wrap up the cafe? I know we're going a bit over time, but any last words?
Nothing much to say anymore. Well, it's up to you, Asparagus, to end the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Streamcar, and that is all for Asphere's Coffee tonight. And yes, to those who are looking for the Star Show live tonight, unfortunately, I have afraid to say he's not going to be available tonight. So replay is up next. So
Oh no no no! I do not want a replay.
Well, too bad, Gio. It's John Moss' decision.
No 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 no! I think it's time to do a funny.
Okay, but we're gonna end the show properly first. So, yeah, that is all for Asphere's
Yes.
Cafe tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back again tomorrow, as we will be covering some anime and pop culture news right there for all of my anime fans right there. All right, this is Asphere's Cafe. I'm Cairo.
And I'm Dreamcard, the cafe is now closed.
We will see you tomorrow. Cafe is over. Bye bye.
Asparagus Cafe is just by the entertainment.